started as a millet paratha venture catering to local schools and corporations in 2018, Troo Good today has established itself into India's largest millet snack company. Now, the venture sells more than 2 crore nutritious millet snack bars a month via multiple retail and institutional channels. It has also been recognized by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers' Welfare, the Indian Council of Agricultural Research and the Indian Institute of Millets Research for its pioneering works in providing affordable nutrition. To talk to us about the road ahead at Troo Good, joining me now is its founder and CEO, Raju Bhupati. Raju, welcome to Startup Street. You notice the lack of nutritional snacks in the 5 to 10 rupee category product range, and your vision was to create a healthy snack option with millets as the principal ingredient. So first, take us through Troo Good's offerings and what makes them unique.
So Troo Good, when we founded in 2018, the company name itself is M for Millet. So which essentially means that we woke up that the millet is going to be the next big thing and it revolutionized the whole thing. So obviously, when we looked at the overall space in the 5 rupee and 10 rupee market, so most of them are oil fried, deep fried snacks, and then it's more like a junkyard. In the 5 rupee, especially 5 rupee space, it's completely all the products are it's inundated with all the junk products. So we looked at the whole space, like in the 5 rupee, how we can revolutionize, how we can provide the nutrition at the 5 rupee. In the 5 rupee space, nutrition was unheard, let alone the health and other things.
Yes.
So we are the company, when we started, we were I was very conscious about, providing the nutrition to the Indian masses. If you have to provide the nutrition to the Indian masses, ultimately it is about the price point. So we introduced a few products which are at the 5 rupee, giving the nutrition angle. So that's how the whole journey of the Troo Good began. The Troo Good firmly perched on 3 fundamentals, which is pricing as the first thing, and second is perhaps the taste, and the third is affordability. So therefore, when we started, this snacks company, when we really pitched it to the people, the selling point is very simple. And also for the consumers, we did not differentiate the taste, because the taste is exactly how the other products in the same category taste. So the millet also tastes the same thing. So that has given us the big leap, and we never turned back from that time onwards.
Yeah, and your best-selling product is the millet chickpea. But quickly, Raju, if you could take me through your business model, the company's farm-to-fork approach, and how Troo Good is contributing to the socio-economic development of local communities and empowering women in the process. How many farmers are you working with currently?
So we are working at least about 10,000 plus farmers, directly or indirectly. And if you really look at the whole model, it just is based on 4 fundamentals. One is where we procure locally. Whichever state that we're going into, we actually set up the highly templatized micro manufacturing units, unlike where we set up one gigantic factory in one location and delivers everywhere across India from that factory. That is not the model. It's a very unique model where we have done 4 foundations. One is local procurement, which essentially means that wherever we set up the factory, we procure the raw material directly from the farmers which are locally there. And the second is local hiring, and most of our factories, almost all the factories, are 94% women driven. So that's again enriching the women, local women. So we hire, our philosophy is that hiring locally, that's number 2. And number 3 is that we do the production locally, so therefore the circular economy really, procuring raw material locally and then hiring locally and producing locally. And the 4th thing is that we sell locally as well. So that means in the local kirana stores and as well as in the local modern trade stores, and then some of the institutions such as schools and other things. So that makes it, a very economically, viable approach for the Troo Good, because we cut the logistics as well as we set up the factories very locally in some of these regions, some of the states.
Yes,
so
and speaking of factories, yes, Raju, you've got 5 production facilities in India. What kind of capacities and volumes are we talking about?
So we are producing right now 15 lakh to 20 lakh chickpeas per day, and we are increasing that capacity. We have 5 factories. One today we have opened today in Chhattisgarh. That means that we have got 3 factories in Chhattisgarh. 1 factory is in Hyderabad, and the other factory is in Rajahmundry, which is center of Andhra Pradesh state. So through which we are producing around 15 to 20 lakh chickpeas per day, and we are trying to expand it further, at least to double it down.
Okay, Raju, we're running out of time, but if you quickly tell us, what are the current business growth numbers looking like? What kind of sales are you seeing? What is the road to profitability like? Because you're also targeting to reach 100 crores in revenue this fiscal. What makes you bullish?
So we are from the beginning onwards. First year itself, we have done 12 crores, and last year we have done 53 crores, which essentially means the growth was inevitable. So we are looking at expanding the factories. We are looking at expanding the capacity, and then we are looking at really entering into new horizons, Karnataka and then Maharashtra. And then the product really sold, especially when you're selling about 15 lakh millet chickpeas per day, which essentially means the product has the stamina. So when the product has stamina, then it occurs about the velocity, what kind of velocity that you pick up, and then how quickly you expand across India. So therefore, we're setting up multiple units across India, and then we're penetrating into multiple states.
Okay, one final question. With 2023 as the International Year of Millets, if you could talk to us quickly about your initiatives with the government and tell us how you're nurturing the millet movement at the grassroots level and your upcoming products.
So when you're looking at the millet movement, it's already undercurrent, and then this year being the millet year across the universe. So government also is subsidizing a lot. It's essentially on the capital level, they're subsidizing and they're promoting all the millet level enterprises. And the big move the government has done very recently is that they are promoting most of the states to introduce the millet-based snacks as part of the midday meal. So that itself will change dramatically the overall millet consumption. So therefore, the farmer level, at the grassroots level, when the consumption is higher, when the demand is higher, then the farmers will convert from historically the paddy into the millet.
Okay.
So therefore, the millet revolution is already happening, and as we are seeing it.
All right. Unfortunately, we've completely run out of time. But Raju, many thanks for joining us on Startup Street, and wish you the very best in your growth plans.
Thank you so much.
So that's Troo Good, nutritious millet snacks and their plans going forward. But moving on.
Street now, health tech startup Fold Health has announced an additional $6 million in funding from Iron Pillar and global angel investors. Now, this capital comes on the heels of the company's capital raise last year, taking the total funding to $12 million since its launch. This capital is going to be used to continue scaling Fold's platform and hire more talent. Joining me now is Abhijit Gupta, who's the co-founder and CEO of Fold Health, to talk about the company and its plans ahead. Abhijit, welcome to Startup Street. It's your first time on the show, so let me start by asking you a bit about what Fold Health is solving for in the value-based care. You've got plenty of experience in the health tech space with your previous startup as well, Praxify, which is now sold. What's the plan for Fold Health?
Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure to be here. Yeah, Fold Health is a grounds-up platform supporting the transition to value-based care. Currently, most of the technology solutions that are enabling the transition to value-based care are point solutions, which lack the model of talking to each other. Their customer interfaces are not seamless. Whereas Fold is built grounds up with consumer at the center of design, using a layered and modularized architecture, new age design paradigms, unified messaging and shared data model that helps a provider group to move to and adapt to alternate payment models very seamlessly.
All right. Abhijit, while health tech is a pretty large space, of course, it's a big market. I wanted to understand what the size of the value-based primary care market is, the one that you operate in.
Absolutely. This is primary care. We believe that, primary care is the center, the most critical component of a cost-effective, high-performing healthcare system, and the key to enabling every person to live a healthy and fulfilling life, right? So, if you look at the market size, the total size of healthcare market in US is 4.6 trillion, out of which primary care can support about 80% of the needs of the healthcare today.
So what portion of that 4.6 trillion is primary healthcare?
It is approximately 80% of that portion. So 2.5 trillion is what the current market is, and is growing rapidly towards higher numbers.
All right, that's a fairly large market as well. So, this $6 million or 12 in total so far, how are you deploying this capital? What are your plans?
We were looking to ramp up our teams and invest more on the platform. We've also bootstrapped a local LLM to support the growth of our platform from an automation and a workflow automation perspective. We are a 50-member team across US and India, and are looking to double that in about 6 months' time.
Okay, you're looking to double the team in US and India, but US and India, the two markets, are they going to continue to remain your focus areas, or are you looking at other geographies, and what sort of revenue growth are you eyeing in these markets?
So our primary market is the US market, very focused, a pretty large market. We're a 18-month-old company, so focus is extremely important for us. We are for an 18-month-old company, we are already close to $1 million ARR in revenue, and are looking at growing 10x in a year's time from now.
So this 10x growth is in the US market, and you said since you're only 18 months old, you're not looking at other geographies just yet.
Not immediately. It's in the US market.
All right. Okay, quickly, Abhijit, could you give us a sense of your customer base, who they are, and how many do you have? How many more are you looking to add in the near term?
Yeah, so as I said, a young company, we've already got 10 provider groups in US as a customer base. These customers range from self-funded employer-focused employer clinics to MSOs to health systems, and very quickly we'll also add the payers in the mix of our customers.
All right, Abhijit, thanks very much for telling us about this new company, and we wish you all the very best with it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.